Although the title of the latest Marvel Comics television series is The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, the show is defined by another superhero entirely, the absent Captain America. Both the high-flying military operative Sam Wilson, Anthony Mackie, and the brainwashed, ageless assassin Bucky Barnes, Sebastian Stan, spent time as sidekicks to the original captain, Steve Rogers, who at the end of the 2019 Marvel movie, Avengers, Endgame, retired from the hero business, leaving his old friends without a partner, or a mission. The question haunting Sam and Bucky now is, what's next? That's also a good question for the bosses at the streaming service Disney+, who are coming off the recent success of WandaVision, their first big post-Endgame, Marvel TV project. The highly assured, often thrilling first episode of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier is different from WandaVision, in that it's an international action-adventure and not a surreal riff on classic sitcoms. But Episode 1 is likely to satisfy Marvel fans who've invested years in keeping track of these characters and their many, many problems. Directed by Kari Skogland and written by the show's creator Malcolm Spellman, this first episode opens with a rousing aerial chase sequence, reminiscent of some of the better set pieces in Disney+'s The Mandalorian. The Falcon and his U.S. Army handler Lieutenant Torres, Danny Ramirez, pursue enemy agents through the hills, deserts and canyons of North Africa, trying to nab their target before they fly into Libyan airspace and touch off an international incident. Skogland and Spellman provide minimal setup to what's going on, beyond loosely identifying the bad guys, a band of criminals known as the LAF, who've kidnapped an army officer. Most of this show's first 10 minutes is pure visceral excitement, as we watching Sam in his high-tech flying outfit, dodging bullets and blades, attacking dudes in jumbo jets and helicopters and diving after them when they bail out in glider suits. It is superheroics at their niftiest, culminating in a daring midair rescue. Sam then gets another moment of triumph before he returns to his post-Captain America existential crisis. While sitting in a Tunisian cafe, Sam talks, in perfect Arabic, to a stranger who thanks him for helping to restore reality, after the blip, that sent half of the sentient creatures in the universe into limbo for 5 long years. Like WandaVision, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier isn't just set in a world still recovering from the trauma depicted in Avengers, Infinity War, and Endgame. It's also directly about how both the superpowered and the ordinary have been coping with all the loss and the confusion. A big case in point for Sam. After his covert mission in Africa ends, he returns to his family home in Louisiana, where his sister Sarah, Adepero Oduye, has been struggling to turn their parents' beat-up old fishing boat into a viable business.